let us move on to the review section.
In real interview or like mock interview, it's getting nervous to getting, familiar with how to do everything goes in. But yes, please with the feedback. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
So now let's review your entire interview and see basically, what the problem is, each phase one by one. For the opening part, I think you did a fine job in the self introduction. You talked about your background and major, and that is great. In here, I would recommend you to be more relax, don't stress yourself, and be casual and smile, right? I think that will leave a good impression on your interview.
I see, yes, because I do not really have a lot of internship or project experiences, so I am worried about, interviewer will really pay attention to this part. I'm wondering if that will be the case or
That is totally fine because you are interviewed for an entry level position, right? So, zero or less project experience is basically expected, right? So, you don't have to worry about this.
got it, got it. Yes, it's good to hear that.
Let's go over the problem again and I will guide you through the solution over here. So let us first understand the structure. A minimum heap is a binary tree, where the smallest element is always at the root. So for this problem, we maintain a minimum heap of size k, and the idea is to iterate through the array, adding elements to the heap. If the heap size exceeds k, we remove the smallest element, ensuring that the heap always contains the largest k elements seen so far.
Oh, I see. May I ask a question? Because heap is also about sorting. We are also just gonna, sort the entire array, right? Then that would be the same as, sorting everything.
Yeah, it is sorting, but be careful. We only keep k elements in the heap, which means when we do the algorithm, the complexity will be big O of n log k. When k is equals to n, the complexity will be the same. But when k is small, for example, the top one, right? So then it will be much faster than we expected.
Ah, I see. So that's saying if we are having an array with like you mentioned a million numbers and we are finding the top five, we are not sorting everything, but we just insert five elements in the heap. So we always sorting those five numbers, right?
Yes, that is correct. So suppose we have the array of 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 4, and k is equal to 2. So we start by adding the first two elements like 3 and 2 to the heap. Now the heap contains 2 and 3. So now next we add 1. So since the heap size exceeds k, we remove the smallest element, which is 1. Now the heap contains 3 and 2. So we continue this process for all the elements.
Oh, okay. Yes, then of course, if we are sorting only a small portion of the array, well, definitely that will be a better solution. Yeah, but it is really hard to memorize how to use heap. I've been learning algorithm for a long time. It does really take a long time to memorize, reviewing, and it's really easy to get lost.
So here is the thing, you don't need to know how to implement heap because Java has heap implemented for you. All you need to know is how to use it. Know the syntax in Java and the method is provided. That's it. It is the same idea in other programming languages too, right? Like, I mean, this is not about algorithm. It is about the data structure.
I see, I see. Then, well, yes, I guess I need more time to review this part. But thank you for the advice. I think it's not about actual implementation. It's all about how to use the specific structure, the syntax in Java from language perspective.
Yes, that is very good. Okay, so during the interview, this is just something you either know how to do or you have no clue, So during our daily practice, make sure you are, familiar with all structures and their common use cases. Review the cheat sheet we provided and, memorize everything on it.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, this is really helpful.
So now let's talk about communication part. When you struggle with the content, you are, not giving a very productive feedback, which I believe. What I meant was that, like oh kind of words. Like it is okay to express your feelings, but please remember the interview is a conversation to show your ideas and thoughts. So when you talk about the question and you cannot answer it, then don't just say, I don't know. I know you don't know. The key is to express the idea. Like, I don't know, but I still want to solve it. Please help me with it, right? This shows your positive attitude and may earn yourself a second chance in the interview. So instead, like you can say, I'm not sure about that. It's been a while. Could you please give me some hints here? Or maybe you can say, like, I'm not sure, but I think sorting should be a good option. What could be the issue? Can you share with me your thoughts? Like when we talked about the sorting and its complexity, you need to talk more and complete your sentences. Don't just say the size is large. I feel like I am chasing after you and trying to squeeze the word out of you. Be relaxed, talk more.
I
Like,
see. Mm.
the size will be large, so it will take more time to process. If the size is too large, then it could take forever, or sometimes the machine can't even store that much data. So basically, we have to process it one by one, right? So basically, the key is to complete your sentence and show your professionalism.
Now looking back, I do realize I have a lot of incomplete sentences. I will be careful with that to review this session later to follow instruction and giving more practices trying to complete my sentences. I think that's very important. Thank you for that. But I'm also wondering specific technical question, how can I prepare for this part? With your help, I now understand this is a heap structure question, but in the future that there could be more. What kind of suggestions would you give me regarding, question preparation?
Okay, so now what you need is to basically, review the heap definition and related questions. Like if you did review the cheat sheet, you will remember the top K type of questions is very classic heap questions. So next time, like when you see a top K question, like finding the top K frequency or getting the top K largest number, you should think about heap right away.
Yes, you just remind me in the lecture stuff, we also introduced there are major three different types of questions should be using heap. Okay, yes, I guess I need more learning, need more reviewing on that.
Okay, great. So before we wrap up today, here are a few more tips I would like to give you. So, if you don't know the solution, try to break down the problem and talk about, what you know. So it will have a good impression on the interview. And don't be afraid to ask clarifying your questions, but avoid overusing phrases like I don't know, or instead say like, okay, I'm not sure, but here's what I'm thinking. And practice common data structures like heaps, stacks, sorting, queues. They come up often in the interviews.
Understood. Yeah, thank you so much for feedback. I think definitely I will need more time on reviewing those different coding algorithm, but what you're suggesting about the part when we're facing challenges, interviewer are trying to actually know how we are facing those issues, that's a completely the new way of seeing things. I'm now feeling much comfortable with this thing. Thank you very much. I will definitely work on those stuff.
Okay, you are welcome. I wish you good luck with your preparation.